What is going on, Ada Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central. My name is Fareed, and in today's video, I want to break down some of the latest news and announcements surrounding the official TGE or token generation event, as well as the public sale for the GENSX token or the Genius X token. Now, Genius X is going to be an accelerator and a launchpad, which was initially built on Cardano. But over the course of the last 2 months, between the months of March and May, we've seen an announcement surrounding a partnership and an expansion into the Polygon ecosystem, as well as an expansion into the Arbitrum network. Now, this is going to give us exposure to the Ethereum or ERC20 compatible community, given the fact that both of these networks are currently running on top of Ethereum. Third, I want to highlight the fact that as a part of this upcoming sale, not only will the Genius X token be available for purchase on Cardano using their native launchpad, but we're also going to see a collaboration with Kaizen Finance in order to create a EVM compatible launchpad in order to support these other networks, which the platform has branched out to. So as a part of today's video, I want to break down all of the details here surrounding the actual launchpad sale, the TGE, and exactly how you in the community can get access to this token. So it begins here with a brief description of exactly what the Genius X Accelerator program is. And as I mentioned before, they're currently collaborating with, I think, about 14 to 15 different projects within the Cardano ecosystem in order to get them up to speed when it comes to infrastructure, technology, and scalability. So it begins to read here, the public sale is going to be launched on the 26th of June of 2023 on the Genius X Launchpad, as well as other launchpads, with details to be announced very soon. Now, the total public sale allocation is going to be 114 million of the GENSX tokens, or an equivalent of about 11.5% of the total token supply. Now, right below that, we've got another description of exactly some of the projects that are currently collaborating with Genius X, which include Maestro, Fluid Tokens, Legity, Dropspot, and so many others. Now, as great projects are not limited to one blockchain, in February of 2023, Genius X became blockchain agnostic. And that's what I touched on there, given the fact that the following month after their blockchain agnostic announcement, that they partnered up with Polygon. So in March of 2023, Genius X announced the expansion to Polygon, and in May, their expansion into Arbitrum. Again, this is going to give us a lot of additional exposure into the EVM ecosystems. Scrolling down a little bit further in today's article, I want to touch on some of the key benefits and the worth of not only holding, but staking the GENSX token. So it reads here, there's going to be multiple benefits of owning and staking the GENSX token. However, the most important one will be a passive source of rewards for stakers coming both from the Genius X Launchpad and the Genius X Accelerator. Now, this particular mechanism will be very simple. The GENSX token can be staked using the Genius Yield Staking Dapp, which I've covered here on this channel in quite a few of my videos. And this in turn will unlock staking rewards APY from a distribution of portion of fees from two separate sources. Source number one will be 20% of the Genius X Launchpad fees being rewarded back onto Genius X stakers in the form of additional GENSX. And then the second stream will be that 20% of the Genius X project tokens earned by the Genius X Accelerator will be rewarded in that project's native token spread out equally over 80 epochs. Now, keep in mind that the Genius X Accelerator program earns no more than 5% of a project's native token, and this only applies to utility tokens, which will be included in this redistribution program. So the first form, again, is going to be the fact that they're going to be charging launchpad fees, and that will be redistributed back over into GENSX stakers. And then for every project that's actually being hosted as a part of the accelerator program, they're going to be giving away at least 5% of their tokens over into the Genius X Accelerator program, and they're going to be redistributing 20% of that amount back onto GENSX stakers. So we've got a diagram right below which illustrates this here. Again, this is going to be revenue stream number one, which is going to be 20% of the fees generated by the Genius X Launchpad. And then revenue stream number two is going to be the 20% of the project's tokens, which will be earned by the accelerator program, will be redistributed back over onto the GENSX holders or stakers. In terms of additional utility, we're going to see some governance here. So if you hold the GENSX token, you'll be able to have some voting power for Genius X improvement proposals, or GIPs. And then you're also going to get the ability to participate in a lottery to have a chance to win a powerful NFT. Scrolling down a little bit further, we've got some additional details here surrounding the actual GENSX public token sale. So the GENSX token will be available for purchase on the Genius X Launchpad beginning on June 26th all the way through June 30th. And the token allocation for the Genius X Launchpad, again, keep in mind that this is going to be one of multiple launchpads where we're going to see this particular sale occurring, is going to be 11 million tokens. Now, the exact price in ADA will be announced right before the start of the public sale, and the minimum purchase amount is going to be 5,555 of the GENSX tokens, and the maximum supply will be 5 million or so of the GENSX tokens. Now, keep in mind that there's going to be an initial unlock of 15% of the GENSX tokens, with the remaining 85% of them being vested over a 12-month period. So as soon as you actually purchase your tokens, you're going to get 15% of those up front, with the remaining 85% being delivered over to you over the course of 12 months. Now, keep in mind that this particular launchpad does employ an oversubscription model as well as KYC. So you can head over to the actual Genius X Launchpad in order to begin that KYC process. As a quick aside, I do want to touch on the fact that we just saw a successful completion of the public sale for the Cogito token taking place on the Genius X Launchpad. So not only will this provide additional utility, but this is also helping out some of the projects within our very own Cardano ecosystem. On top of that, I'm sure that as this particular team continues to execute more successful Launchpad sales, they're going to get faster and better at executing these sales. So jumping back into the article here, I want to briefly touch on some of the details surrounding the public sale on other Launchpads outside of the Cardano ecosystem. So as I mentioned before, as Genius X moves towards being blockchain agnostic, they've decided to expand their sales to other blockchains. Now, the token allocation for all other launchpads will be a total of 103 million of the GENSX token, but keep in mind that this is going to be a wrapped version of the token. And what's really interesting here too is the fact that we just saw a recent announcement for a Twitter space between Genius X and the Chainport bridge. If you guys are not familiar with Chainport, they're going to be one of the biggest bridging providers right now, which has just supported Cardano in the ability to not only bridge to Cardano, but the ability to also bridge out or from Cardano as well. On top of that, this particular bridging provider supports over 13 different networks, which makes them a really good partner here for the expansion of the Genius X platform. Jumping back in the article, we are at the very end here, and we can see that the GENSX token TGE, or their token generation event, will be scheduled for June 15th of 2023. And then we've got some restricted countries right down below, which for regulatory reasons, if you are KYCing, you will not be able to participate if you're residing in one of those countries. I believe that that is going to take us through today's video, again, breaking down the exciting news surrounding the fact that Genius X is not only going to be moving over to Polygon and collaborating with projects in that ecosystem, but they're also going to be collaborating and expanding into the Arbitrum network and collaborating as well with Kaizen Finance on an EVM compatible launchpad. That said, if you guys are planning to participate, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys found this particular video to be helpful or insightful in any way, shape, or form, I would really appreciate it if you guys could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by the channel and you want more content just like this, then consider subscribing. And having said that, I will see you guys in the next video.